Hey, good morning, everybody. This RV Safe Road Atlas of the United States book was just gifted to me so I could share it with you. Now, this particular atlas is for the Western 12 states. So there's the 11 Western, and then it also includes Texas. This is actually a very comprehensive atlas, but it's more than just an atlas. It tells you why it was written, the safety measures behind RVing, the things that you need to think about when you own an RV, where you're going, thinking 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead, thinking about where fuel stations are at, dump stations, rest areas, where your turns are at. Information for things like that are all covered in this book. And in the very beginning here, in the very front, there's a table of contents, second page in right here, and it has the introduction, which is right next to it, why this RV Atlas exists. And he talks about what happens when you don't pre-plan when you're an RVer. Now, my wife and I, we own a fifth wheel, and like probably 95% of the other RVers that are out there, we have found ourselves in situations where if we didn't make that turn, we were going to be stuck either trying to turn around next to a very low railroad trestle or being forced to back up. I tell you what, I don't want to get into that situation. I've never been in that situation personally, and I don't want to get there, but I've been close to it. And pre-planning and sticking to the plan and paying attention to the plan is really important. And Zane does a really good job of going over the process of pre-planning and staying ahead of the curve or staying ahead of where you're at. Thinking about, okay, my exit is in 3 miles. I'm in the center lane right now. I should really be in the right-hand lane. Things like that. And he does a really good job through the introduction, the RV Safe approach, how the book itself can be utilized for its most effectiveness. An icon legend, an RV icon legend right here. So it shows you everything on this page right here for what the icons are on the individual maps. And the maps are broken into, actually, you know what, let's not go there yet. There is right here the 10-second map find system right here, and RV safety philosophy right here. So these are 2 pages you do not want to skip when you get this book. The maps themselves in this particular book, they're all black and white maps. There's a QR code at the end of the book if you want to get color maps, and you can pull those up online. RV safety philosophy, thinking ahead about what you need to be thinking about in the moment. Is this road wide enough for me to safely navigate down this road? Are there any low bridges? Are there any low structures that I need to be concerned about going down this road? Is this road too twisty and windy? I see it all the time on a couple of Facebook groups that I'm part of. Can I take my RV on Beartooth Highway? No, you cannot, especially anything more than about 25 feet long. Don't do it. There are many roads around the U.S. that are like that. Highway 14 in Wyoming. On the east side of Highway 14, there is actually 2 very large signs at the top of at the pass telling large rigs that you cannot go faster than 20 miles an hour because there are so many switchbacks and it's so steep. You don't want to go faster than 20 miles an hour. That's the type of thing that this book is going to cover for you. Now, the maps themselves, like I said, the Western 12 maps. It starts out in Washington, and this is this is a whole state picture of Washington right here, and this is the I-5 corridor from Canada down into the Seattle area. And so each map has got these corresponding letters and numbers. So letters across the top, A through E, numbers down the sides, and they're on all 4 sides. So letters top and bottom, numbers left and right. And if you're looking for, let's say Wenatchee, you're going to go down to D2, D3. You could be either one of those. And it's going to tell you where you need to look. And it does that for everything. And then there are corridors, like I showed you before, Canada to Seattle, Seattle to Olympia, Olympia down into Oregon. And then it talks about Oregon, what to look for in Oregon for the different places that you can go see, the different points of attraction, the highways, the highway systems, the Northern Oregon highway systems, and everything in this is very centric to north-south. There is some east-west, but it's very centric to north-south. California, connecting California to Nevada, connecting Idaho to Montana, connecting Idaho to Wyoming. There's all sorts of different maps. There's all sorts of different points and points of information and points of interest that he goes through in each one of these. And he does a really good job of making sure that the main corridors are highlighted. And then if you want to take a secondary corridor, he talks about, okay, this one here might not be real good for your RV. You may want to stay on this one and go a different route. It's really comprehensive. And as an RV owner, this is the type of book that I want to have to make sure that I'm getting to my destination safely. He talks about how you need to be cognizant of things that might be en route, like construction, accidents, weather. Weather can fall under, wind, snow, ice, rain, heat. Here in Wyoming, Interstate 80, considered to be the most dangerous highway in America. And I can tell you that just in the last month, we have probably had close to 100 trucks and RVs blown over because of the wind. When it says stop, don't go any further, it means stop, don't go any further. Talking about mileage with your RV, whether you are a pickup truck towing a bumper pole or a fifth wheel or Class C or Class A, all the different things that are going to come into play with mileage, your weight, your tow load or your payload, your distance. Are you going uphill? Are you going downhill? Are you going into the wind? Are you going with the wind? Temperature. All these things come into play when it comes to how far you're going to be able to go. Now, I carry an extra 5 gallons of diesel with me, and I made the mistake one time of passing a fuel station, and 20/20 hindsight. As soon as I passed it, I knew I'm in trouble, and we had to pull into a rest area, and I had to take that 5-gallon bucket and fill up my gas or my fuel tank because I wasn't going to make it to the next stop. And as it was, I made it on fumes. So this is just a fantastic book that he has really put a lot of time and effort into for making your trip as enjoyable and as safe and as stress-free as possible. And I'll tell you what, being as experienced as I am in RVing, I still look to books like this to make sure that I'm going to make it to my next destination safely, enjoyably, and as stress-free as possible. I'm always using, Google Maps is a good resource, but Google Maps doesn't take things into consideration like, hey, your RV is 12 feet tall and there's a bridge that's 11.9. Doesn't do it. This is the type of publication that you want to make sure that you're paying attention to. So, in the back of the book, RV Travel Wisdom. As I mentioned before, there's a QR code back here where you can get there it is, where you can get the color maps online. There are pages in here of travel log, good habits, better trips. Oh man, I'll tell you what, that is so true. It's a log on your start date, what your origin is, what your destination is, the weather notes, things like that. And then also in here, he's got checklists to think about, checking your tire pressure before you leave in the morning, checking to make sure that everything is hooked up properly. Before I leave, it doesn't matter where I am. It doesn't matter if I stop for a bathroom break or whatever. Before I hop back in my truck, I do a complete walk around the entire truck, and I mentally checklist everything off before I hop back in my truck and take off. It is so important that you do that. My old boss, he used to hammer on our truck drivers. We had Super Duty trucks with utility trailers. You stop at a rest area, check the hitch before you leave. Somebody might have messed with your hitch, or something might have rattled loose on your hitch. Check your tires. Make sure that your wheels are square, and you don't have a bad bearing that might have gone bad during your last portion of your trip. Do a walk around every single time. Take a mental note every single time. He also talks about Route 66, the 100th anniversary of Route 66. He even has a book out on Route 66. So Zane Owens does a fantastic job of making sure that your RV trip is as stress-free and as enjoyable as it can possibly be. So I can't recommend this book enough. He really does a very good job. Have yourselves a fantastic day, everybody. We'll catch you on the next video. Until then, cheers, everybody.